in our age. And things that I know, she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, "Rrr." But unfortunately, you guys knew me during that time period, so you know half the jokes I tell. So
now take that 3-year gap and extrapolate it to 14.
Yeah, but I catch a lot of the references you're talking about.
he was talking about his other girlfriend.
We already had that conversation this weekend, or this week.
Oh.
No. I have a cousin who's married to this guy named George, and George, he's in his 70s, 80s. I don't know.
He's not right.
He's not right. And he came up and he says, "Is this your wife?" Yes. It's not the same one that you had last time. So this must be your girlfriend. And this guy, I'm going, what? But he's always been like that. I think we lost Albie.
I think while he comes back, I found the post that wins Twitter for the day. If polytheism is the worship of parrots, does that mean polytheism is the worship of Rocky's brother-in-law?
That don't make no kind of sense.
I'm retweeting it anyway. Fuck you.
Okay, so, well, we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Mystic Syndicate. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Brian. And tonight we are on episode 56 of A Princess of Celene, a custom content 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. As always, we are joined here by our friends at the Drunkards and Dragons. And it looks like we're missing one of our fine, upstanding players, and that would be Albie this evening. So he was here a minute ago. Maybe he will be back. If not, I will try to jostle the cameras a little bit, because right now everything is a little skewed. So it's okay. Maybe if he comes back, I don't want to mess with the cameras, because if he does decide to come back, then everything will be messed up again, and then I have to spend another couple of minutes fixing them. So I don't want to do that. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. But other than that, everybody, welcome back. And hopefully we're going to, I don't know exactly what's going to happen this evening. I already know what's on the agenda, but hopefully you guys will get to see some action. We'll see. We shall see what happens.
Oh, do we kill something? That'd be great.
You might. I mean, well, the last time that you guys met, you did. Well, Yarn killed someone, but that was yeah, spy.
It went off. Yes. What can I say?
Yes, it did. It went off. Yes, it was fun.
Brian,
yes.
Keep them talking. I'm going to give Albie a call real quick.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, no problem. So, last week, or not last week, gosh, it was last month, because I think the last time that we played was, I think, the 8th or the 11th or something like that. It's been a long, long time. So, hopefully, I actually went back and listened to the last episode, the podcast. I had it playing in my car yesterday and today. So I was able to refresh my brain a little bit, which sometimes...
Good, because I have no idea what we were doing.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's all good. It's all fine. But the last time that we played, you all had returned from the Feywild and had made your way back to the capital city of Celene, which is Instead. When you arrived, you realized that there was something very, very wrong, in that an assassin had actually taken the life of our beloved Melda Belmeadow, who was the Princess Melda that everybody knows, the one that had been kind of with the party since day one. Well, she is now no longer, unfortunately. So, after some heartfelt moments, with the group and also the royal family. The party decided to go and visit the gravesite up on the mountain, not too far away from Instead. Afterwards, Yarn and Tomas decided to take a really quick trip to Greyhawk so that he could pick up his new musical cubes. Not to be confused with musical pubes. So,
well, we could do that, but and for the record, Brian, Albie's having some issues with his headphones, so there's nothing to worry about. We can just keep going.
Cool. Okay, good. Well, hopefully he'll be able to jump back in pretty quick. All righty. Yeah. So, yes, afterwards, everybody met back in Instead. A few of them, Tomas primarily being one, decided to head over to the Broken Bow, which is the prime tavern spot in Instead. There he unleashed upon the masses his newest creation, the what is that? The Bardus Virtualis?
Bardus Virtualis, yeah.
Virtualis, yeah. So so yes, and it was a great hit at the Broken Bow. Of course, they had also received news that the war between Bissel and Ket had came to a conclusion, and that within a few days, a truce, not just a truce, but an armistice would be signed in Pellak between the warring parties.
Oops.
I think Grenna got us confused with her OnlyFans camera.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't quite get to see that, but I was a little concerned. I'm like,
If y'all could see how red her face is right now.
So is this your idea on how to pump up the numbers for our stream? Oh boy!
Nobody wants to see this. We're good.
Well, the beauty is the cameras are all catty-wonky, so you can't see it anyway.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah. The only people who got an eyeful was us. We're like, what's happening? What's happening? That was beautiful. Gosh.
Oh,
watch! I bet I could pop my eye out.
Please
don't. Is that your new battle axe?
Yeah, my new pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't on stream. I showed everybody. I showed it. I was whipping it out. So this ultimately will mean Ed will get cut tonight. But yes, this is.
How cool is that?
Okay, so for people watching at home or watching later, if you happen to see like blood splatter just hit his camera, just know that he did it to himself.
No, I did it
Probably all
for
part
the
of
views, Brian.
his wife's plot to find a new one. Give him a sharp instrument and let him go down.
Yeah.
Instead widow.
Oh man. Okay. So I figure what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do introductions. So let's start off with
You need an introduction now.
Do you just want to put your link at the bottom there?
Members
Hey,
only.
guys, I think she does feet stuff.
Oh. Okay, I think we need to. I think we're okay. I think we don't need
we were
that.
doing introductions, right?
Yeah.
I am Melinda. I play Grenna Babbleboots, an appearing Gnome thing.
I am Mike. I play Kiffi Blackhammer, a genuine dwarven cleric.
I'm Lord Ambassador Tomas Waverly, and I'm played by Ed Bell. And for those of you that want to know, Tomas is an asshole, as everybody seemed to like that post in our private Discord. So you should follow TM Syndicate on Discord, and maybe I'll throw some of my more offensive stuff that I can't put on Twitter over there. Or Titty Twister Twitter. Ooh.
Great.
You can follow that, Pav.
I don't want to. Hello, I'm Pav. I play Kelex, a Paladin of Heironious.
A very tormented soul.
Emo.
I'm Russ. I play Járngrímur, töframaður, Halldórsson, a fire mage.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the new some new graphics for Kelex. He's just now going goth. Everything's black, and he's got really dark eyeliner on it. Be like, what the hell's happening?
You know what? I haven't played with Chat GPT in a while. Maybe I'll give it a go.
For the record,
Ryan, I did send you the new character icon, right?
I did get it. I did see it. Is that for June? Sorry.
Well, it kind of fits, but it doesn't fit at all.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
When he sent it to me to make the border, I even made the border a little even more, just because. And he was like, "Oh, that's perfect." And I'm like, "Really? Okay."
Oh.
We got Timble audio testing.
Oh, that's good.
Volume up.
Oh, that works. Yeah, hopefully.
We can hear you, but it sounds like you're shouting through a toilet roll tube.
I am.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, what is that? A 20 perception? Woo!
Woo.
Maximum output. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't hear
like
him.
really.
I've got earbuds
muffled.
in. That's the only way I can hear them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Same. That's
A mute rogue. Darn.
that's why I kind of give warnings on the podcast, because it's like, yeah, where other people's D&D podcasts are very polished and everything is very, what would you say, more scripted. Yeah, there's actually some production work into it. No, this is exactly how D&D actually is at the table, where people are just talking over each other, being just complete buttholes about stuff. It's what we do. It's our verbs. So those people who are used to Critical Role, where everything is just beautiful. No. We have everything here. We have technical difficulties. We have people with screwed up microphones. We got what it's really like to be at the table.
Not real life.
Yeah. None of this fake D&D that you young whippersnappers have came up with. I don't know.
We don't have any.
Working at all?
Yeah, we didn't have all that back in the day. All we had were our books and Boone's Farm Strawberry. That's all we had. Or some Mad Dog.
All I ever wanted was a Pepsi.
Strawberry Hill.
And she wouldn't give it to me, just a Pepsi.
Oh, no, it was a Pepsi, man. Pepsi.
See,
I don't think I started drinking with D&D till I was in my 20s.
I still don't.
Oh, because beer in the United States in the early '80s sucked. I mean, the best thing we had going was Michelob, and Michelob's all right, but that's about it.
No, the best thing about Michelob is you could get it in the enlisted club for $1 a beer.
There's that. But then I got experimented with real beer.
Yeah. See, Michelob was good on those nights where you're broke.
No, that's when you go for other people's beer.
Well, funny story. Won't reveal names. Russ has heard me tell this story, but since we're waiting on Albie, it's at a bar one time and with a certain person, and while we were sitting there, some guys were hitting on her, and she was getting kind of pissed.
Oh man!
So she got him to buy us some drinks, and then while she wasn't looking, she reached down and pulled out a whole bunch of her pubes and put it in one of the dude's beer, and he didn't notice.
Oh, that's horrid.
Wait till the kicker.
No, I'm not even. I'm just going to leave it at that.
No. You gotta have the kicker. You gotta have
the kicker. I've already gotten one Jesus comment from Stephanie upstairs.
Okay, all right. I'll do the kicker. Then she looks at the rest of the table and says, "That's the closest he's getting to that ever."
Okay.
For the record, now I got a really. So, hey, Steph, you're like the school teacher in Peanuts. Wah, 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 wah. What's that?
I noticed you muted that when she said something, Ed.
Because it'll blow out everybody's earphones if I yell. She's upstairs, so, but she did give me a hearty fuck you. So woo! Hey,
that's good,
Brian.
Yes,
you might want to either Melinda shift down herself in her chair, or you readjust her camera.
Oh yeah, because it's all
camera love.
Last time
Yeah,
I fixed it, you had an earful. iPhone.
we were.
There you go.
Is that better?
I can fix this. Hold on. I mean, it was. Okay. This could be a fun evening. I can already tell. You guys are on. Yeah. Okay, I think it's better. It actually has her face in it, not just her. God. Oh, God. What are we doing?
Hey, Brian, I believe the Elvish phrase is "en fuego."
En fuego.
That's the Elvish phrase.
All right, fine. Hand me a beer, please.
Oh my God. Oh. It's like it's like on nights when we don't play D&D, we should just do this. We should just be hanging out and just saying stupid shit like this.
I'm good for that.
Yeah, for the record, I probably am just hanging out saying stupid shit like this. So
just not with us, right? So tonight we have Erdinger Dunkel.
Oh,
nice.
I'm not familiar, but
you're not familiar with Erdinger? This was my go-to.
Is it your go-to?
Well, because he's not from Nuremberg. He's not from Nuremberg.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's right. I was stationed further north.
You're up there with that weird stuff, that sour beer.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Kirsch, yeah.
Yeah, that stuff up there by Bremen.
Oh, Kolsch. There we go. There we go.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. We tore up a lot of Grolsch up there in northern Germany. Yes, we did.
The style of beer called Kolsch. K-O-L-O-S-H.
Cool.
It's a sour beer. It's one of those that I took. I drank it one time and I went, ooh. And then 6 or 7 later, it was much better.
Yeah, I guess it's an acquired taste sort of thing. But what we would do is we go into town and find a place that had what's that stuff called? It's not German. Shit, now I can't remember. It's from Ireland. It's like that. It's like the stout. Guinness. Oh yeah. I mean, I love Guinness. I mean, I can drink. I can't drink anymore. I can't do that anymore. But when I did, man, that was one of my go-tos. I really liked it. It was good. My son loves it, but I don't drink anymore. So it's a shame.
One night at one of our company's users conferences, and Mike knows these stories never end well. But and somebody bet me because I ordered a Guinness and they looked over and it was empty, and they said, "Did you just like slam that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can drink a Guinness in 5 seconds." And I'm like, "No, you can't." Oh my god! Sure, I can. Knocked it back. They're like, "I bet you can't do that again." And I had many of those. But that was actually the first users conference. So whatever repercussions happened at any of the users conferences after, the precedent was set.
Nice.
In Manchester, England. God damn, fuck that. Oof, what a dirty town.
No offense to our English listeners, which are
Dude, no, Manchester is a shitty town. It is the Gary
in England for 20 years. Yeah, they're not offended.
It's the Gary, Indiana of Britain. Is that what you said? Being that I've never been to Indiana, I can only guess how terrible Gary must be.
I don't know how terrible is Gary, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you guys obviously know.
You smell it before you see it. There. You smell it before you see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Isn't there like a short documentary about Gary, Indiana? It came out like a couple of years ago.
Shit, I hope not. But for the good thing, they did give us Michael Jackson.
Oh, is he from Gary, Indiana? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's a debatable statement.
Okay.
And for the record, just outside of Gary is a town called Joliet, Illinois, and that's where the Blues Brothers were held up in prison.
Yeah, that's where we got Joliet Jake.
Joliet Jake, yeah.
I watched that movie the other night.
One prophylactic used.
Soiled.
Yeah. But the fact they got Frank Oz to do that part blows my mind, makes me laugh every time.
Yeah, that is good.
Oh, for the record, hey Russ, while waiting on Glenn, another subject. Let's get it in there. New PBR, a PBR Pabst Light. Can't get the can in there. There we go. White can. It's actually really good. Yeah, it's like drinking mineral water to me. And but at the calorie count, but if we drink that, if I drink my equal normal of Pabst, plus take a couple shots, I'm good to go.
That's why I drink Erdinger. After 2, I don't care.
Because we can't get any Cloister Castle or Cloister on decks here.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, fellas, I did not get anybody calling or contacting me about Dracula's Blood. So, sorry. No Dracula's Blood for you guys. I know that was something you were kind of hoping for. Keep your fingers crossed.
You got to advertise on X.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I soliciting anything from anybody on X is just a weird thing in its own way. So
I don't know. I keep getting DMs all the time soliciting.
Yeah, I got one from Melinda. No.
Was I drunk?
Could be. I don't know.
Well, since I don't have I didn't want to subscribe to OnlyFans. I don't know. So anyway. I don't know what our luck is going to be with Albie. I think he's left his camera up, but I think he's still working on audio.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's
Albie
good.
has left the building. No.
Well, I mean, we can go ahead and move forward because I mean, it's.
I'll play his character. I know how to do it.
No.
We're backstabbing everybody. You get a backstab. You get one too.
And because I vote for Winfrey, I want to do this.
He's the
I'm kidding. Uncanny dodge! Whee!
He's the Oprah Winfrey of hobo, murder hobo economics.
You know,
For the record,
I got to admit, guys, we've done really well on that. We have never become murder hobos. We've become wandering arsonists.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Oh, yeah, you have.
well, the problem is we don't know what the casualties. Brian Kender said, "Go ahead and start." He's having all kinds of tech diff.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay,
But
well,
I texted him to leave his camera up while he's working
Yeah.
on it, so it doesn't script yours. So
yeah, that's cool. Thanks. Alrighty, so yes, where we left off is you all were instead getting ready to make your trek to Pellak in Bissel for the armistice meeting. And I'm going to let you guys kind of figure. I think you had at least an evening before you had to make the trek, but you could always leave earlier to actually go to Pellak. That is completely up to you. And also remind you, I don't know if you remember or not, but you. Oh, look, it's Albie. Margrave Truelight actually gifted you all a house, a manor house, actually, right outside of the city of Rabakel. So make sure you keep that in your brains, because that's kind of your all's property. It might be somewhere you may want to, something you can develop later or whatever. Just thought I'd remind you. So what would you like to do?
What manner of house is it?
One with which you live in.
Okay. Okay. That's all I got. That's all I fucking got. Okay. So, yeah. So what would you like to do? You are in instead. You have probably about 24 hours before you have to be in Pellak. But like I said, you can always do what you want to do. You have time.
Kelex is okay with going now.
Going where? To Pellak?
Pellak, yep.
Well, no, we have to be specific on these things, because the last time I said we're going somewhere, it got all discombobulated.
Going to Isengard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to the abyss if we're not careful.
No. Well, we do have that little black sphere. Which is, well, it's not the abyss, it is the Underdark. So.
Yeah,
what time of the day is it?
Let's see. Right now, it is probably more closer to you probably don't have 24 hours. You only probably have like 18. More like dinner time in instead at this time. Yeah, because that's where we kind of left you guys off after Tomas went to the Broken Bow and gifted them with one of his cubes. I
think we should just hang out in Instead tonight and then go to Pellak in the morning.
If you keep calling them pubes, I'm going to call this device the Cube of Wondrous Power, so then you're going to say Pubes of Wondrous Power at some point.
Hey, you never know. Okay.
So is Tiffany yelling at you again?
So, as you can see, that there is preparations being made for the Queen and Prince Val to actually be. They're going to be making the trek over to Pellak in the morning. Most likely, they would probably you won't have to worry about opening up a portal for yourself, Yarn, because Morris Ivy is going to be taking care of the travel arrangements. You guys would just need to be in the Mage's Tower in the morning for him to go ahead and make sure that you all make that leap. So,
Cool for me.
Yep. So that's one thing that you don't have to worry about. It's nice when there's another wizard hanging out doing stuff.
Which reminds me, I need to check my spells.
Oh, yeah. If anybody's, I guess we've got a long rest if we haven't done one yet.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that you've definitely already had at least one long rest since you've returned from the Feywild. Definitely have had. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, so you end up dining with the royal family in the castle there at Instead. Is there anything that you want to? I mean, like I said, are sitting there. The people in attendance are, of course, the Queen, Princess Asenath, Prince Val, Sabah is there as well. And I think Shira and Morzivy would definitely be there also. So, since everybody's sitting and eating, not a lot of conversation. It's still a very sort of subdued situation there inside the castle. But you can see that there is definitely some, definitely people packing some things and stuff. You kind of figure that the Queen and Val are probably going to be in Pellak for at least 2 days, maybe 3 tops. Because they're on top of there being the actual signing of the armistice, there is supposed to be a sort of like a victory celebration afterwards. So that is something that you all might want to explore. Maybe. We'll see.
And just to give you guys heads up, it looks like we're getting a severe thunderstorm just rolled in. So just in case I drop off for some reason.
Awesome. What more can go wrong tonight, Brian?
Oh, let's see.
Ooh, I could go to liquor.
You're gonna what? Do what?
I was just gonna go back to the pizza cutter. Like next thing I know, all you see is like blood splatter spray. That's where I was thinking. I'm like, oh, well, that could happen. Okay. Well, that's fun. Yeah. So.
It'll be views.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there'll probably be some questions. Maybe a visit from the police.
Stupid cat.
Aw. Kitty cat trying to murder you?
Knocked over stuff on my electronics.
Oh.
Knocked over liquid on my electronics.
Oh.
So if I start going all crackly.
Okay. If we hear like a very kind of a strange loud buzzing noise, like electricity traveling through the human body, and you just kind of flop backwards and be like, oh, well, that happened.
All right.
So Brian,
we're good, yeah.
I figured out what's wrong.
What's wrong?
We're in a vortex right now because this is the day that Ferris Bueller took the day off.
That is true. That is true.
We're in a temporal vortex.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Okay. Well. Yeah, it's. I think it's been one of those weeks where a lot of wild stuff actually happened in history. Because I think yesterday was the day that the Killdozer guy went through.
Mm-hmm.
That was always also Midway.
Yeah. Okay, so is there? It's like you're sitting at this table, food's being given to you and things of that nature. Like I said, it's been pretty quiet, but you can see that it's just, like I said, very subdued. I don't know if you all had anything that you wanted to ask or talk about or share your feelings or whatever.
Well, Kelex is gonna rain
Things.
We have feelings?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Really?
Oh, that's right. We're
No.
Gen X. We don't have feelings. We don't have those. I don't know what y'all thinking. Okay. Well, if that's the case, if no one has anything that they want to bring up or talk about at the dinner table, then once everybody has had their fill and everything of that nature, the footmen and servants come back in and clean off the tables, and the queen stands and excuses herself. Says, "So I will see you all tomorrow morning, I believe." She looks over at Moore's Ivy and says, "Moore's Ivy, is there a specific time that you would like us to be present?" And he just says, "Well, my queen, if it would be possible, I think you arriving... I think the optics would be better if you arrived, of course, not too early. Of course, we don't want to be... I mean, of course, fashionably late is always wonderful, but not in this situation. So I'm believing that a mid-morning would probably be our best bet." She agreed, said, "Of course. So I shall see you all tomorrow." And she excuses herself. After she leaves, Val kind of perks up for a minute. And he says, "Well, I didn't really want to say anything in front of Mother, but it seems as though I have a copy of the list of those who will be in attendance tomorrow. I thought maybe you all might be interested to see it."
Yes.
So if you go over to your NPCs that you've met at the very, very bottom, you will see the Armistice of Thornwood meeting. And there is a bunch of people who are going to be actually present at the meeting. Of course, if you have any questions or you may have some insight into these people, I will be happy to provide more information. But of course, if you don't really have any questions about them, or you may not know who they are, then that's all fine and dandy too.
Well, now I gotta go look. For the record, I've been watching The Crown, so I'm all ready for this kind of stuff.
How far have you got into it? Have you gotten to like?
It's a rewatch. It's a rewatch.
Oh, it's a rewatch. Okay, then you already know. Okay.
I think it's incredibly well done. The
Yes.
show's phenomenal.
Yes. I think the episode with the Aberfan catastrophe.
Oh,
That was hard. It was a really good episode, but okay, I digress. So, all right.
well, I wish I was a fly on the wall when Charles, Prince Philip, and the Queen watched a few episodes. That's all I'm going to say.
So,
Because you know they hated their depiction. So anyway, NPC shit.
okay. Do you want me to read off for the folks watching at home, or does somebody would like to take this and run with it? I mean, I'll be happy to, but
From the Vesphi Forest is Queen Zan of the Vesphi Elves. Representing the Celene is Queen Yolanda and Prince Valil. From Sterich, we have Reuter. Her magnitude, Rispin Den. Okay, go ahead, Brian.
okay. So yeah, yeah.
Or you can introduce it when the meeting takes place.
Yeah.
Might be.
Well, but yeah, Resbin, Drin, Emendov. You all have actually met her. You actually saved her life, actually. So you all kind of know her. From the Yeomanry, you have Marius Linden, freeholder, spokesman of the Yeomanry League.
Have I met them? I met-
You know of them. You've been to court. You've never actually talked with Marius, but you do know who Marius is. If you saw him in public, you would know him immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. From the Grand March, you have Magnus Varanian, Commandant of Grand March, who is a steadfast ally of Bissel and the Yeomanry. You also have the Canon Hazen, the Shepherd of the Faithful, ruler of Valuna, is there as well. Of course, from Bissel, Sir Timothy Truelight, the Margrave. From Ket, you have Empress Ela Alzar. And representing Zaif, you have Saya al-Khatib, who is an ambassador of the Empire of Zaif. Some of these people you know. Most of them you don't.
Or at least you've heard of them.
we could start our plan of taking over the entire area by wiping out all of these people. Fireball!
I have the whole no murder hobo things, right?
No.
That went down the drain quickly.
Yeah. And episode 56 is when everything changed. It's like the Dungeon Master kills off a beloved NPC, and everybody just said, "Screw this guy. We're gonna derail the hell out of it."
Brian, you're forcing me to make a will save. I'm just telling you. That's my worst. And that's my worst.
I'm sure it is.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Oh, an 18.
Damn.
See, you were able to hold it together. I love it. Okay. So with that, he says, "Well, I believe it's probably time for us to retire." He looks over at Asenath and also Sabah, and says, "Well, I believe it's time for us to go." He looks over at you once again, Kelex, and he says, "So, I guess we will see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early."
Yep.
Good.
So we'll see you then.
Great. Perfect. And they excuse themselves. So now you just find yourselves alone in sitting at the table in the dining hall, sort of as you sit there digesting your food. Is there anything that comes to mind? Any plans?
I'm assuming we're just there to this meeting tomorrow as a kind of a formality.
Yeah, it primarily is. It's not like you're going to be asked to speak. You are representatives from both your countries and your peoples. Of course, you, Kelex, being a member of the military of Bissel, and also played a major part in its victory. You of course will not be asked to speak or anything of that nature, but of course having you there is important. And it's also the same with the rest of you. Tomas from the Yeomanry, who is the master ambassador. He of course needs to be, of course would want, but should be present. Grenna,
is that he needs to be present, or he wants to be present? And he's going to force himself into it no matter what.
I mean, you don't. I mean, it's not like you would have to really go, but it would be kind of, you being a part of this group.
Oh fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm going.
Oh no! Of course you are. Same with Grenna. Grenna being a member of the military of Bissel, and also, holding no longer a junior officer rank. She's kind of up there. So, yeah, I mean, she's kind of the same with Kiffi. same sort of deal. He is a representative of his people who came from the mountain to help defeat the cat. So there you go.
Which from this meeting standpoint, he's the only dwarven representative. So
he is the only dwarven representative. A lot
Sorry,
of
Mike, I'm putting you in.
Yeah. But really about the only thing that is going to actually occur is the signing of the documents. And it's really you all are there to witness this and the signatures of to stop the fighting. And you were also kind of thinking, but you have not heard or you do not know if Aravistrax will be present. But it would not be surprising. It wouldn't be too much of a surprise if she did show. But she would probably not be in her dragon form. That would probably be kind of a little much.
No. Fun.
So I guess like what Kelex was just basically asking, basically this is a formality for us,
Yes.
What do we want to do afterwards? What is our plan?
We're supposed to go into the other life tree, or finding the other life tree. And we have the sister in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
And we have
what is
the
our
Greyhawk we have the Greyhawk Consortium too, which we can just zip over there.
Why would we want to do that?
Because Ed wants to create panic and delay and chaos.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what Ed does.
I'm subscribing to her OnlyFans. So Grenna Babbleboots on OnlyFans.
Oh boy. Okay.
Bareback on bubbles.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of countries that have laws about that. Okay. So the United States being one of them. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, yes.
So, yeah, so I guess the question—that's the question Kelex is asking the group. He's saying after this meeting, what is our next task that we need to get done? I mean, the life tree, the prophecy, our delay in the Feywild cost us 2 months.
Yeah, I think we should prepare and go get the boat and get going.
Oot, naboot.
Because we're going to get there when we get there. I mean,
That was profound.
no, I think I honestly think that there are forces of some type that would get us there to the place we're supposed to be at the right time, if we're making the correct decisions.
When have we done that?
Yes, I realize that that's a rare task with us, but
Brian, I tipped Grenna 10 silver pieces on her OnlyFans page.
What?
he's tipping you money on your OnlyFans page.
Because she tore down yarn, so I thought that was funny.
Oh, look. We're done with the OnlyFans, okay?
Oh, man, no, we're not. I've got a picture coming up.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Well.
And I'm surprised you don't get in as much trouble as you should.
Yeah, well, anyway.
There's that.
I understand that with the prophecy, we are losing time. So I'm asking: we're not? There's the oh God, what was her name? The sisters in the desert, Brian.
Satasha.
Yeah.
Satasha, yeah. And you can see Kelex when he doesn't choke, he just stops for a minute with the loss of the queen's one daughter, should we not at least attempt to save one? Save the other?
If we had more intelligence on it, I'd be all for it. But at this point, we know she's in a tower somewhere in the middle of a desert. That's not really enough to do to plan an op order.
Okay, Kelex, understood. He looks at the rest of the group. Your thoughts? And I gotta see what.
Whoa. Tomas doesn't have thoughts. He has random numbers. It's like a pinball machine in there.
So it's not OnlyFans anymore. It's only fans. So
And you just posted that to me, Ed. You didn't post it to the group.
no,
I got it.
Yeah, everybody got it. So
All right. Oh, Lordy.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll have to. Let's see if I can see that on the phone. I got to see this now. I know it's terrible. I shouldn't be entertaining this, but I'm.
It's not as bad as he could have made it, I guess. I don't know.
I'm sure he could have. Yeah.
Don't give him a challenge.
Challenge.
for the record, I'm not going to post this on Twitter until I actually register this domain name because I guarantee it's available.
Are you really going to register that? What is your plans with that?
I don't know.
It's to be determined. Yes.
There's that word plan again. Yeah.
The many shapes of Grenna? Or coin or something else?
No,
she's like Mystique, you know? No, she's like Mystique.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Which one is the real me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I mean, being that, yeah, you do have that ability to shapeshift. And, yeah, that's
all you're doing, Ryan.
I came so close to owning Gorn porn and just loading Star Trek memes up of pornographic Star Trek memes, but I can only get .net.
Oh, bummer! Wow, that sure puts a monkey wrench into that plan, huh?
It's not the weirdest shit I've ever done. Shut up. So,
what major
La la la.
Your thoughts, Grenna?
Well, I think we should
What should we do?
the absolute minimum that we have to do here and then proceed with the thing that's stopping the end of the world.
Yeah, we need to stop the end of the world before we go rescue the sister in the desert. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's already done her damage anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, the worst we're going to have to do is put her in a straitjacket and hope for the best.
Point taken. Lord Tomas?
I concur. I'm in the business. I'm in the middle of a transaction. So, yes, I now own OnlyFans.com. So,
Oh, Lord.
What I do with it, you guys just stand back and watch.
I think we should take a poll here and see what happens.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we're going to start a poll. So, there you go, Brian. We got to fix.
Yarn, I've already heard you're still, I know your choice.
I'm with you, fellas.
Okay. Timble, if you can talk. Are you being the quiet one tonight? Yeah, you're still, yeah.
But he's writing, so that's the best part.
Typing.
Yes, he is. Yes.
He's in the roll D20.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where's that? Okay, I heard him pop it a minute ago. I didn't catch him there. So.
Got it. 4.
Okay. So have you come to a
Oh,
conclusion?
we're still going to the signing, Timble. It's just after what we're doing afterwards.
I'm tailoring my spells for both discovering and killing.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, no, I have to think about that. Am I going to go area of effect and get everybody? Or am I going to...
there is that too. So
yeah, I got. I mean, chain lightning is looking really good right now.
Ooh, this goes back to your theory of killing everybody at the table, doesn't it?
Are you saying Yarn is the Drow assassin disguised as Yarn?
Ooh, now there would be some fun.
That would be fun.
It sounds like a trap. Looks like a trap. It's a trap. All
Does
right.
that make him a mimic?
All right. So agreed. And then after this, the meeting, the truce meeting, then we just need to start making plans heading north to Yarn's place. I'm assuming.
Yep.
His home. Okay.
Yep. You get to go home. Wow. Yarn.
No, home is still in the Coldlands.
We'll need to also speak with the queen. Obviously, we're going to need to take her, her little one with us. It's been a few weeks. I can't remember names all of a sudden again. So it's not Asenath.
Yep. Asenath is the youngest princess.
Yeah. So
okay. So
who did come back to the battle? Okay.
Alrighty. So you all finally, I guess, excuse yourselves from the table and make your way up to your rooms. Of course, you find your rooms in the order that you've become accustomed to. You have spent many a night here in the castle and instead. But you also have this strange kind of a weird feeling that there is going to be one day where this may be your last night that you stay at this castle. But no one knows when that day will be, but each one of you have this feeling, will it be tomorrow? Will this be the last night? Who knows what the future holds indeed.
Is this we just won't ever come back? Or is this more of we're going to be kicked out? Or is this more of Instat's not going to be here?
You're not sure. Yes. It's just that you had this weird feeling that it's like a type of final, a feeling of finality, that there is, it's a sadness, but also something exciting for things of the future. You don't think that you would ever be turned away from Celene, but you definitely have a feeling that there is definitely going to come a day when you will probably not ever have to return to this place. There will be no reason.
Okay. Subtle but important difference.
Well, I guess for the bittersweet, this was Melda's home. She's no longer here. So I think he's kind of looking forward to, I don't know, in a way leaving from, maybe, I don't know, with the memories too. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's especially hard for you, Kelex, because as you walk these hallways, remembering the memories are really the hard part. The walk in the garden,
like a whisper in the halls.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. Oh, Oh, hold on a minute. I can probably try to fix that. I can probably fix that. Let's see if I can. Hold on one moment, folks, while we try to fix something so that we can let Albie in.
Hear the melodious voice of Timble.
Yes, we definitely want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I might be Drow. Yeah. I don't think so.
He's Drow. We knew it. We knew it all along. For some unknown reason, it will not let me add. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Hold on. Okay, so I have added some more. So you should be able to get in now, hopefully. Okay, yeah, hopefully that'll fix it. I don't know. We shall see. Alrighty. Yeah, it was. I can.
That's cocksucking machine.
Okay. Wow, that was. There you go.
My melodious voice.
You're a locust what?
My melodious voice.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were like a locust.
Not like a locust.
Not a locust. Okay. All right. So
we're off like a herd of hurdles.
Yeah. So you all retire to your rooms and you find yourselves deep. Once again, you find some rest. Now, of course, it is up to you how you perceive this rest. If it is not a good rest, you can let me know. If it is you sleep like that of the dead, then that works out too. So I'm going to be asking you individually how you rest. So Grenna, how was your night?
Spend some time trying to see if I can shape-shift into an elf.
It does not take you long at all to shape-shift into an elf because you've been around elves for many, many months. Probably within just a few moments, you're standing in front of a full-length mirror, and you are now much taller. You have your ears are much more pointier, and you have the. You didn't specifically say that there was a specific person, so you've just taken on the form of just your everyday female elf.
So I don't look anything like me as Grenna.
Nope.
Okay.
Everything is completely different. But of course, all of your magical items, of course, scale to your new size. Okay. So that's one thing.
So, is it easy for me to transition from one shape to another?
You can. It's very easy for you to do so. The only thing that would change is if you decide to lock your image. If you lock your image, you have to return back to the Feywild to reset.
I thought it was after 3 days.
After 3, yeah. I mean, you can lock it after 3 days, but yeah. So, yeah, you have to be in that form for 3 days before you can lock it. Once you lock it, though, but you don't have to. I mean, you can switch back and forth at will. But remember, you can only do humanoids that are medium size and smaller.
So I would be a short elf.
Yeah, I mean, you could take on the appearance of a child elf. Okay. You could take on, I mean, really, like I said, anything from medium size and down. You can pretty much do what you want. Yeah. And
so I could look like a little Kelex.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, but you also remember that you also have an original form, which is your Fey form, And that's the one that you have to be really kind of careful with, because your eyes will blind people, and
Yes.
it will affect not just your enemies, it can also affect your friends. No one is immune to your gaze.
I go back to being me and go to sleep.
Okay, so you return back to your gnome form.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Kiffi, how was your rest?
Well, considering that Kiffi spent the entire last session in the bar, he's probably going to be pretty good.
Okay, so we'll say that Kiffi rested well. Maybe he had to get up in the middle of the night to make a bathroom run, but other than that, everything was cool. Yeah, okay. All
Fair
right.
enough.
Yeah, that's cool. Tomas.
So before he retired for the evening, Tomas and Morel did a couple lines together of his magic dust, and I slept really well.
Okay.
But I did wake up early, which allowed me to kind of poke around the surroundings to see, I'm just kind of setting the environment a little bit,
Okay.
because short sleep.
Okay. So as your eyes kind of flutter open and you kind of turn kind of facing the little nightstand that Morel has been sitting on for the last couple of days, you realize that he has a friend now. There's another one. So now there's two of them.
So, out of character, just so I know,
Uh-huh.
are we treating these as myconoid spawn kind of thing?
Kind of. They cannot move under their own power. You have to take them places, but now there's two of them. And they seem to have started to break down the nightstand. Their kind of tendrils are breaking down the wood of the nightstand.
If I give an extra 3 hours while I go explore, how far would they get through the nightstand?
It's probably going to still take many, many days. But now that you've kind of seen that there's a situation that there may be a population issue.
Not at all. I don't see this as a population.
You don't see this as a problem. This is not a problem.
Oh, man.
He's probably thinking, more money.
I'm going to kind of gently, what would that be? Is there nature? Nature.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them I don't pluck out so well.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to pull them loose. I'm going to put them up on my shoulder while I walk. I said, let's go find you guys some dung. Because while I'm walking around, I guarantee we'll be at the stables at some point. So find them some premium dung.
Okay. All right. So
Tomas is on a quest for shit.
yes.
Don't I have a bag of that somewhere?
You do. You actually have a large bag of fecal material. Yes.
I understand that, and that we're going to use that later. And I wish I had a whoopee cushion so I could play Quest for Fire on a whoopee cushion. Quest for shit. So anyway, I got my own soundtrack.
Make a great T-shirt.
Okay.
Quest for shit.
Okay. Quest for shit. Okay. So, Pav, how was your evening? How was your sleep?
Yeah, he didn't sleep so well.
You're all. But see, here's the situation with you, Pav. You were almost to the point of exhaustion. You have not slept in probably close to 2 days. Not slept well, and you are to a point where you have a point of exhaustion because of that. Because of that situation. Anyway? So I need you to make a Constitution save for me real quick. I just want to see if you're able to A 22. Okay, cool. Your mind is still just completely swimming with all the memories, all the situations that you and Melda shared, the horrors that you were dealt with in the dungeon in Zyph, culminating to a point where you are standing over the oubliette in instead as the embers of the bones of the Drow assassin that is in the bottom of this pit. It's everything is it just weighs so much more heavily on your mind. So what is going to happen is you're going to get another point of exhaustion, and you will for the next day, all Constitution saves will be made at disadvantage.
Roger that.
Okay.
All right, if he took some of the mushroom dust to get a restful, could he sleep a full night and remove that exhaustion?
It would probably wipe him out. He would probably sleep more than a regular 8 hours. It would probably put him down, but it would be in his state. It would probably be a dreamless sleep, which he probably wouldn't mind. I mean, this is a guy with a lot on his plate.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Even if he slept longer, then he wouldn't have the exhausted condition.
Right. Yeah. But you, of course, won't know that until you see him the next morning.
So I got 2 points of exhaustion?
Yeah, you have 2 points of exhaustion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right, cool.
you is hurting. Okay, so Yarn, how was your night? How did you sleep?
I slept the sleep of the just.
Oh, I'm intrigued. The sleep of the just. Okay.
Yep. I don't have any issues right now. I don't really have to relearn spells because I've got those already memorized. It's just I go to sleep. Sleeping lightly as I always do because.
Okay. Very, very good. Okay, so the next morning you all arise to the smell of breakfast cooking. Not
done.
But not done.
Was there anything from my reconnoiter from the evening?
Well, that would be in the morning because you woke up and saw your multiple morels. Of course you can go to the stable and find horse dung. There's plenty of that. So that's one thing. Okay, I'm just sitting there reading the chat real quick to see what's up with Glenn. Didn't know if he was still.
I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't want to leave you out, Glenn. Glenn, or Timble, how was your night's rest?
Well, when everybody went back to sleep and everybody was pretty much returning to their rooms, all the guests, I am going to be stealthing around looking because I don't trust these motherfuckers. Evil down with Zyph. I'm just going to start perusing, and then when I get, halfway through the night or so, perhaps then I'll return to my room, set up some stuff so that I know if anyone tries to come in. And I sleep with my weapons in the bed near. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay.
And that's how I'm going to face the day tomorrow.
Okay. So very good. So it's wouldn't say it was a restful sleep for you, Timble, but it was at least sleep. There's, like I said, another person with a lot of thoughts rolling through their minds. That is definitely you. While it may not be as traumatic as Paths, you still have a pretty hard time getting sleep. But eventually you do.
As much as I bitch and complained about being chancellor, I still kind of, at a kind of unconscious level, care for this place. But on the conscious level, I can't wait to get Pellak behind me.
Okay. Well, very good. So the next morning you all arise, and like I said, to the smell of breakfast being prepared, servants come in, help you with your, help you dress, get everything ready for the day. Tomas, you had already skedaddled out the door early in the morning as you went looking for dung and dung-like materials, which you were able to find. I don't know how you want to do that, but what do you want to do with your dung?
Well, during my investigation, what I was trying to find is, I figured if we're going to start a new race of creatures, right? I want them to eat the best dung available. So I'm looking for the nobles' horses, and I rolled an 18 for an investigation as I'm going around the stables.
Okay.
Looking for the best dung, because they're going to be the best food. It's going to be best merch. It's probably going to be a lot of, almost core-ish, texture in it, because they eat very opulently as horses. So
looking for something with, okay. Alrighty. So that's good. Stuff with some oats, some fiber in it.
Did you say is Lady Julia going to be here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to stick myself close to her.
Okay. Well, very good.
And in fact, Brian, while I'm down there, I'm kind of hoping to meet up with maybe one of the stablemen that can kind of say, "Oh no, this is Lord So and So's horse. Oh, what's a mighty fine? Is it? I'm really trying to find the best material for these mushrooms."
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to walk away with a pail full of probably some of the finest horse crap that Instead can offer you.
That's what I want.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put the mushrooms on it while I'm out and about. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you cart this container of poop back up to your quarters. You put your little mushroom friends inside of it as you start to make your way down for breakfast. Of course, everybody is there at breakfast. You can see most have their finest on. The Queen, Val, they are definitely dressed the part. You all, of course, also have clothing appropriate, but it was not a requirement. You can, of course, always wear what you normally wear. That is totally up to you. It would be different if you were actually a part of the ceremony itself. You would expect to dress better, but what you have on, I mean, of course, yarn. I mean, you have your mage, your master mage robes on, so you fit the part no matter when. So yeah. That's kind of nice.
What? That smell? Tomas, did you go with dog shit again?
No, I cleaned up because I would have put on my finery, so hush.
Check his fingernails.
You better be quiet or you don't get a Quest for Shit t-shirt.
Quest for Shit t-shirt. Wow. Say merch is being developed right here on the spot. I'm not saying it's good merch, but it's merch.
Well, you need a screen. You need a screen, Brian, just for the stuff that I send around during the games. So
true.
So, Brian, I'm not leaving anything in my rooms at Instat when we leave.
Okay. Yeah, you usually travel pretty light. So, yeah, you're definitely one that I would not expect to leave a lot behind. I think Kiffi also is probably in the same sort of boat. I don't know.
I basically don't have anything except the clothes on my
back and the big hammer. Yeah, that's really about all that's your claim to fame. I don't know about everybody else. I know that, like, of course, Tomas has his little morale buddies, but
clothes and instruments and
yeah, he's
So for the record, I've done a little research, and the closest I can think of, if you have myconoid race, they're going to be referred to forever now as a menagerie. So I have a menagerie of mushrooms.
Okay, that's great. I like it. So yeah, everybody is downstairs. Everybody is eating their breakfast. Everybody is dressed appropriately.
Brian?
Yes.
okay.
Kelex is definitely going to be wearing his armor. He did try to do his best to clean it up. But he also will be wearing his nice cloak. So
Hey, I have a cantrip that'll fix that.
It's true, he does.
Well, as you see Kelex come into, you can see that he's looking mighty tired. He's got bags under his eyes. His armor is probably not as well polished as it should have been.
So, guess Yarn, are you going to do bibbity bobbity boop and kind of fix all that?
I suppose.
Okay.
He's my fairy godfather.
So if I create a fake dating site, there is going to be a fairy godfather named Yarn, and with a profile for him.
That's cool. I like it. That'll work. Okay. Yes?
Yo,
Timble will have his old robe of office on. He will also have some chains around his neck with a number of the seals of office.
Okay.
I will. Those seals are not the ones I actually have that are duplicate for Bissel, but just some practice ones I did. So they look good, but they're not great. They don't work.
This is your third set?
I've got more sets than that. You got to practice this stuff. But I'm going to be fully dressed with my gear under my robe.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. That looks good. So at the ninth bell, you all make your way to Moore's Ivy's tower. As you all are standing there again, he appears and says, well, good luck to each of you. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully this will be something that we'll never have to do again in our lifetime. Hopefully. And he activates the portal. As you see that the floor starts to glow, the runes on the beams in the ceiling also do such, and the portal opens before you.
Okay. I'm going to wait to be the last one through.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got a bear.
The bear will find
Yeah, okay. Bear will find me.
Oh, look, Yarn's standing there waiting for everyone. I'll walk up to him and go, I'll hold your hand, Yarn. I know you're scared. We can go. And he starts pulling him through.
As Timble flies through the teleport.
I'll test my strength against yours any day.
Okay. We can have a strength. We can have a strength test. I'm fine.
Brian, real quick, I'm going to donate 10 silver pieces to Timble's OnlyFans site. So.
No, I turn to Moss Isley and say thank you for all you've done for us. We appreciate it.
I like our Star Wars crossover with the names.
And express my gratitude, all the things he's done for us. Yeah. And if we don't see each other again, farewell.
He tips his hat to you and says, "It has been a great pleasure, Yarn, working with you. Good luck."
Thank you. Come on, Timble.
And I'll wave to Moores and go, "Thank you, sir." And I'll walk through.
Okay. So you all now find yourselves in the courtyard there at Castle Oversight in Pellak. So you can see that this place has been decorated quite nicely. There are banners flying. There are people running around preparing tables and things of that nature. You can see that the guards are dressed very nicely. The castle guard. There are some parties that are arriving from the other countries. Have started to make their way up towards the castle. You do know that you've still got about 3 hours before the festivities are supposed to actually start. But yeah, as you're watching and seeing all of these things transpiring, you see Sylvia, the elven ambassador from the Vesvi, looks up from one of the tables as he was helping prepare some other elves who are dressed in the livery of the Vesvi. He smiles and immediately walks over to you.
Okay.
And
before he gets there,
yes,
guys. If anything happens, the rally point is my tower.
Roger that.
Okay.
Roger.
And once I'll say hello to Sylvia, but I go to the tower.
Okay.
I have a purpose.
Okay. So yeah, as you were kind of you just give him kind of a real quick wave,
Mm-hmm.
and as you start to make your way to the mage's tower here, your tower. Silver approaches and says, "It is so good to see you, all of you. This is just a monumentous day. Everything that we'd worked for has finally come to fruition." He does not say anything about Melda. You're not really too sure if he knows or not. He wasn't very familiar with her. Maybe only met her once or twice. But you can see that he definitely has joy being able to have you here as things are getting ready to progress for the signing. Not too long after that, you see Pliny von Mundrik join your group as well. She comes over and shakes your hands, and again, also this outpouring of gratitude that you decided to attend.
I will give Plenty a big hug.
Okay, yeah, she returns it. As you all are standing around just talking and once again touching base with your friends, a portal opens up right a little bit to the left of you as Raven and Lady Ilia walk through. Of course, dressed in their finest. Raven is wearing, of course, black. It's her signature color. But she has, it looks to be some sort of purplish flowers have been put into sort of like a small tiara that she is wearing. It looks a little, it's not out of place. It's just kind of strange. You've never actually seen her wear anything on her head. So, but it does sort of make her look a little bit more, just more impressive. Ilia is wearing a green and gray dress that's extremely stylish. You can see it's of elven make, so obviously it was something that she bought in Amarillo. It is very it's wouldn't say it's not definitely not revealing. It is, it's proper. It's an extremely proper dress. They, of course, once they pop out, they walk over, of course, and join this.
They pop out of the dress?
No.
They pop out of the dress?
No, they pop out of the portal. Not the dress. Okay.
I will go over and bow to Lady Ilya and tell her how happy I am to see her in a good health.
Yeah, she replies and says, "It's good to be home. Thank you so much for helping make this possible." Yeah.
And then I'll turn to Raven and I'll bow to her too, because I see that little tiara and now I have to wonder.
She of course curtsies back and says, "Well, we're all finally back together. This is
troublesome."
Well, it could be.
No, I don't trust it.
Well, that's why you're here, to make sure that everything goes properly, even though you're not the Chancellor any longer.
Correct. Thank God. I'm going to then put myself on the other side of Lady Ilya, and wherever she goes, I'm going to go with her. And I'm kind of giving an eye once I'm there to Raven, hoping that she'll be there also on the other side.
Okay. So, yeah, everybody is kind of congregating around. There are other portals that open. Other people appear. You see Bilius, the Archmage from Sterich, walk through, followed by the Marchioness Emendov.
My eye is on Resbin.
Yeah,
I will not. I'll not let her walk around without me knowing what she's doing with those that are with her.
Okay. So yeah, she of course nods to you, but she does not approach your group. One of the first things she does is you notice that she catches the eye of Lady Ilya, and it looks as though they exchange a glance. It does not look like it's a hostile glance. It looks like it's just they acknowledge each other, and they just sort of quickly bow their heads towards each other, noting that they are that they have made the connection. Yeah. It didn't seem like there was any sort of animosity or anything of that nature. As soon as they step through, Bilius closes his portal. Like I said, other portals are opening. Eventually, you see a portal that that opens, and you see Sylvia immediately come to attention as a beautiful elven woman dressed in a purplish gown, a crown upon her head, walks out. And you can only imagine that this must be Zan of the Vesvi. Yolanda walks over towards her with Val, and you can see that they exchange some words in Elvish. You see that it's very cordial, it's very formal, but after just a few moments, they both turn and they start to make their way into the castle itself, with Val in tow. So what would you like to do when you're standing here?
Well, okay. So all the introductions, anytime anybody wanted to approach Kelex, he was very quiet and reserved. In his, maybe say a word here and there. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming the meeting is starting soon, so we should.
Yeah, I mean, you all have been out there for some time. So yeah, probably about an hour before everything is that the witnesses to this event are called into the Great Hall there in Castle Oversight. At the end of this Great Hall, there is a long table, which you can see that there are emissaries and ambassadors that have had the papers ready to be that were drawn up specifically for this occasion. You see that other people that you did not see appear must have arrived before you. You see Ela Alzar sitting to the right of the table. Sitting across from her on the opposite side of the table is Margrave Truelight. Sitting next to Ela is a woman you've never seen before. She wears her clothing is it looks like it's just a pretty straightforward sort of gown, but you can see that she is wearing a veil over everything, so you really cannot see her really clearly. But you can definitely see her hands are resting on the table, and you kind of gather they're probably an older human. It's that's really about the best you can make out. But you really cannot see her face properly. Of course, sitting on the other side next to Truelight are several other gentlemen, and also you see the Marchioness Emmendorf takes her place there. So they are obviously the leaders of the combatant nations. Tomas, you also see that the ruler from the yeomanry had already arrived before you all and is sitting there next to Truelight. So yeah, you can definitely see it's an interesting assemblage of different peoples.
Tomas is going to go and stand behind Freeholder Linden.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as he sees you approach, he stands and turns very quickly, and he says, Sir Tomas Waverly, or should I say Lord Tomas Waverly. I stand corrected. This is wonderful.
Your steadfastness. I appreciate you receiving me as such. Although it's Lord Ambassador.
Ah, of course. I'm sorry. I don't know if you've heard any news from your parents lately.
None. In fact, that's why I was coming over to discuss with you quickly.
Well, your parents, and actually you, sir, are to be congratulated because you have literally made the yeomanry one of the most richest countries in the Flanaess. Your discovery of the flammable gas in the Rushmores has.
Hey, wait a minute! I did that. But I'm not there, so.
I said,
I'm with you. It's more of a we than a he.
Yeah. A lot of you saw the power of this flammable gas.
Only one person.
I went airborne.
I was the only one that actioned it. So.
And when you were talking about it, I said I wanted my cut.
Hush.
We're gonna have to go back and play that session over.
Actually, it was. I actually have all the people did get a cut because it was his map because he rolled a nat 20 when he drew the map.
That's right.
I said can you do a map for this really quick? He's like, yeah, sure. And he rolled a nat 20. So I've always had this in the back of my mind. So I'm pleased to hear that we've had great successes there. I had nothing but confidence.
Great success.
He says, when you do get a chance, I know that your parents are in Greyhawk at this time. With the,
I suspected as such. I'd seen a broadsheet, and again, I was going to inquire what is the consortium that's going on, and were my parents and perhaps my brother also there.
It said, I don't know if your brother was. I know that he was still, up until a few weeks ago, still fighting in the north with the Ket, but I'm sure by now he's hopefully been able to return home. I know that your bride, though, has been very active in the business that was created around your discovery.
Okay. And what news for my bride?
I figured that she was probably also in Greyhawk, so I don't know. I don't keep a lot of close eyes. But other than that, it's finally good to meet you. And he shakes your hand.
I appreciate that, Spokesman Linden. Now, I just want to point out, I'm a little upset.
How so?
All these leaders of the world are making a stamp on this, but really, some of the people that we represent right now in our group partook, and I just think they need a little more pressing from the yeomanry, if you understand what I mean.
I believe I understand what you're talking about. If you would maybe draw up a document for me, that I would be able to make sure that those involved were compensated correctly.
Correct. Thank you very much. I'll see to it. I'll have my man bring it over.
Of course.
Hey, Yarn, you got a quill there, Yarn?
I'm not there.
Yeah, he's in the tower.
Damn it.
Okay.
My one gag on Yarn.
Okay. So Yarn, you were in your tower. What are you doing in your tower?
Well, I go into the tower.
Yes.
I go up to the top floor where the quarters and the laboratory is.
Yep.
On the entire tower, except for the top floor,
Okay.
I cast guards and wards.
Okay.
Naming the members of the party as exempt from the effects of the guards and wards.
Okay.
I also create a password. If you have the password and you speak it, the guards you're unaffected by the guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, well, somebody's got to come up there. Let's see, one more thing. I'm looking at it. So basically, all the corridors are filled with fog. All the doors are locked.
Okay.
All the doors are hidden, or have an illusion over them where they appear to be part of the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Webs fill all the stairs.
Okay.
And and dancing lights are in the corridors.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay.
So not
And this lasts 24 hours.
Okay.
But if I want to do it for permanently, I'd cast it in the same place for a year. But
Okay.
I'm not going to be here for a year, so.
Right. Yeah. So we're not daisy chaining claymores. I'm just.
Well,
just, daisy chaining.
I could do that. I thought about that. I was seriously thinking about throwing glyphs in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Open this door, you get a firewall. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm making a safe haven that we can delay other people if necessary.
Okay, that's good.
Why would we need that?
Is your name Lord Tomas? Thomas,
He's
the
an
shipster?
He's an asshole. We established that earlier.
Okay. Once I do that, it's going to take me about an hour. I'll go back downstairs.
Okay.
Once I get downstairs, I'm casting Arcane Eye.
Okay.
My intent is to examine all of the people sitting at the table,
Okay.
all of the people behind the people at the table on the other side. I'm looking for people that have weapons. I'm looking for people that, and this is basically it's an invisible eye.
Yeah.
And it goes up, and I can get the eye right, this close.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at what they're wearing, how they're wearing it.
Okay.
Basically, I'm doing a detailed inspection on all of these people from across the room.
Okay. That's fine. Does the eye have any other special detection properties? It's not like a true seeing, is it?
No, it's not true seeing.
Okay.
I really wish I could do that, but I can't. It's just a invisible magical eye.
Okay. That's fine.
It can look in any direction and has normal vision and dark vision.
Nice.
On the side for OnlyFans, can we target that arcane eye to a specific location that you could pay it coins to make it last longer? Like you could set up a room and the arcane eye OnlyFans channel.
I've learned a new spell too. It's called immolate.
Nice.
And I thought you called that moonlighting.
Kelex, did you have a question?
Actually, yeah, I kind of wanted to go back to the lady that was sitting across from the Empress. Yeah, Kelex is kind of focused on her because the garb. Does he recognize that being from Zyph?
Yes. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is probably Saye.
Okay. So, because what he's remembering is, back in the dungeon there, and meeting a particular Drow that was obviously there with Zyph. He's gonna walk over to the Empress and bow to her.
Okay.
And, it looks like. Oh, go on.
Yeah. So Ela stands and greets you, and she says, "Lord Kelex, thank you.
Good to see you, Empress.
It is good to see you as well. Thank you again for everything that you did for my father. It was, it meant worlds to me that the respect that you shown, and also your gentle care with me in bringing me to Celene. That it showed me that our enemies were obviously the ones within and not the ones without. So she says,
so it's a debt. I'm not sure. I mean, it still seems strange to me. The person I thought was, the enemy is essentially somebody I owe a debt to that I can't repay.
Oh, I think what you had done in showing us what the deception that had been placed upon us, saving countless lives of Ket and Bissel. I think my father would look at that as being a gain on from his standpoint. I would hope your heart is no longer troubled by that.
He hesitates a little bit. Yes, I believe.
She reaches her hand out and places it upon your hand, and she says, and she comes in close, and she says, I heard about your princess love. I am so sorry. And
Thank you.
She leans back. Says,
He kind of, you can see he composes himself a little bit, and
yeah.
and
So,
do you mind introducing me to? And he kind of nods toward.
of course. She turns and says, "This is her exalted lady, Saye El Khatib." You see Saye stand. She's not probably a little bit almost about the same height as Empress Ela, and she extends her hand out. So, and you can definitely see that she is obviously a woman of some advanced age. And as you get kind of closer, you can see that the veil over. You get a better look. The hands are old, but the face it looks like it's been well cared for. She immediately, bows sharply, and she says,
I take her hand and I bow back. So
once you touch her hand, you realize it is very cold. It's not ice cold, but you can definitely tell that there's something. It's almost clammy. It just doesn't. It just feels odd. But she seems extremely. She acknowledges you, and you can definitely see that she doesn't, of course, know you. This is the first time ever meeting her, so she's a little bit more standoffish, of course, in comparison with Ela, who you know quite well. You've talked several times with Ela, so but she does not seem unfriendly, and she doesn't seem like she has any ill intent. It seems that she is the way to reading her is that she's here to do a job. That she probably doesn't want to have to be here. It's kind of like walking into the lion's den from her standpoint. You have to understand, or you do understand, that the way Zai feels about the armistice is a lot different than the way the Ket feel about it. The Ket were ready. The Ket were done, especially after Aziz was killed. But Zyfe still holds a lot of animosity. I mean, you got to think the Emperor of Zyfe, Murad, would not even come here to sign the document. He sent a lower level person within his sphere to do that. Where Ela was more than ready to make that grand gesture. Can you also, as you were approaching, can I also can you make an insight check for me?
Well, I did one earlier. I don't know if
I'm sorry.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that was me just trying to determine if she was from Ket. I mean, I can roll another one if you want.
Yeah,
I'm closer.
This is something a little bit different, but it's something else that you may have noticed on your way up.
All right. Yeah.
It doesn't. It's very, whatever it was, it is extremely subtle, and you just didn't pick up on it. Okay.
Well, I take her hand and I bow to her. I said, "Your exalted lady, it is an honor to meet you."
She said, "As it is an honor to meet you as well, Lord Kelex. I wish it was."
I hope today's meeting will go well.
Yes.
And, we can put this behind us. Are you the only one from Zyfe who attended today?
Yes, I am the only representative that is here.
I'm going to do another insight check just to see if she's lying.
Okay.
But I'm also sending Kelex a message.
Okay, what's the message?
Can you detect undead?
I got a plan. I can't undo undead, but I can detect evil. Well, no, I'll have to look. I can't remember. It's been a while since I used it, actually, to be honest. But let's. I roll a 20.
Okay.
Do what?
Go ahead. I can do a divine sense, so I can detect good and evil.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to respond. I just.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah, as you're saying, she's very, very hard to read, but you have a sneaky suspicion that while she may not know exactly the number, that there definitely is probably, she feels that there is probably Zyph agents nearby, but you're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure the proceedings will start shortly, so I will leave you two in peace, and hopefully we'll speak again after the proceedings.
Okay.
And he bows and he turns away, and this is where he's going to kind of go back to his place off to the side wherever he's standing, and he's going to actually kind of detect evil, and he's going to kind of focus on her a bit, but he is going to look around.
Okay. Cool. All right. So as more people are filing into this location, Pliny von Mundrik, the Chancellor of Bissel, approaches you, Kiffi, and says, Master Kiffi, being that we have received orders from your clan that you were going to be the one to sign for the Dwarven Kingdom, we have a seat for you.
Oh, wow. I'm on.
You're in blast radius.
He's moving on up.
Well, or actually, he's a dwarf. He's moving on down to that deluxe apartment in the ground. He's moving on down.
Ed, were you beaten a lot as a child?
Yes.
Shows.
There are two people here that can answer that, so I'll just let them say. But and for the record, Brian, I'm going to grab. I'm sure there's scribes and everybody moving around, and I'm going to dictate something to a scribe, and I messaged it to you because that's what I'm going to give to the his steadfastness.
Okay.
So
cool.
But I would like you to read that at the end of tonight's session.
Okay.
Ed?
Okay.
Yeah.
I did on here, since I was paying attention to you and trying to hear anything that was said by the yeomanry, I did, however, produce a quill and paper for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll send it over to, but he's going to, my man Timble will deliver it to the...
My man Timble. Wow. Okay. That's cool.
Okay. I've got to do something as the mage of Bissel. Message to True Heart.
True Light.
True Light.
Okay.
Message to True Light. This is Yarn. I have reservations about the other lady with Zyph.
He just kind of he looks around and scans and he meets your eyes, and he just he gives a bow, just bows his head real quick to acknowledge what you've said. Yeah. So
I've done my duty.
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
As Kelex was talking, and that I was watching her also, because she's the one that stands out. I rolled a perception check. I rolled a 22.
Okay.
Did I miss the signal that he saw, or he missed?
Okay. Okay. So you were doing some insight. Okay.
I did perception watching her closely.
Okay. Who are you watching?
I got to be nice. The old woman who's wrapped in rags from Zyph.
Okay. Yeah. What? It wasn't anything that you were able to pick up that Kelex did not get. It was actually another interaction with Ela Alzar that he did not pick up on. So,
did I pick up on?
Give me another
I
roll.
want to know.
Give me another roll because you were actually saying that you were paying more attention to Saye. Let's see if you pick up on it. Oh, another 22. That's not bad. All right. So as you're scanning this and keeping an eye on it, you do realize that there is an awful lot of eye contact going back and forth between Ela Alzar and Timothy Truelight.
Hubba.
Mm.
That could solve some things.
It could solve a lot of things.
It could solve a lot of things, yeah.
I still get the feeling I'm going to have to kill that woman.
So as Kelex does come back, he is going to make his way over to Timble, and he's just going to kind of stand next to him and just kind of give the eye hint that she might not be alone.
I expected that they wouldn't be alone, that there would be some hanky-panky stuff going on. So I was already watching for that. But as you give me the look, I'll give you a wink to let you know that I got it.
Right.
But I am literally looking for anything out of sorts with that woman. I almost kind of want to go over there.
Brian, if he's doing the document for me, then wouldn't he have to make a concentration check, or not? He's got to focus on one or the other?
Yeah, that would be true.
You didn't say I was writing shit for you. I draw.
You provided a quill and stuff. I can't do this. I started dictating to you. So hey, Albie, how does my dictate?
Here's the thing: the moment your dick started tating, I would have said, "You need to find somebody else. I'm busy." And I shoved the pen and quill back to him.
Oh, okay. Then I go find a scribe. He doesn't know, so that he had an opportunity to insert something in there into that document. I was trying to give him some fun. So nope. He passed it up.
Okay. Okay. So as that hour approaches, you see that Ela Alzar stands and moves to the back side of the table so that everybody can see. She is immediately joined there in the center on the opposite side by Margrave Truelight. And as they both take quill pens, they both sign separate documents. They pass the documents over to each other. They also sign. And then there's a third document which is produced where both of them sign it together. And that is the termination of hostilities, and the armistice is signed by the two major combatants. At that time, Ela steps down, and you see that Sir Timothy Truelight, the Margrave, returns to his chair, and now others, the other combatants, have started to make their way up towards the table, on that side of the table, so others can see. You see the Exalted Lady Saye stands up and is signing one of the document, the document on her side. The representative from the yeomanry is signing his document as well. And then they both return to the second document, or the third document in the center, where they both sign upon that document. Saye and the spokesman, they return back to their respective seats as other members of the alliance with Bissel come up and make their signature. Eventually, at the very end, you have the dwarven representative from the dwarven kingdoms, and you are the last person to sign the documents. As you stand there, Kiffi, you take quill in hand and you sign your documents. And
there will be some elaborate rune work here.
Okay. He's got like runes running around like all the edges and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's indenting the actual parchment versus writing on it. Ding, 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 ding.
He breaks out
like the Flintstones.
He breaks out a rock hammer and a small chisel. Just banging the hell out of it. It's like people are just looking and like, was this supposed to happen? You know?
It's only not binding. Not binding if it isn't written in stone.
Ooh.
So afterwards, you see Plenty von Mundrik walk up after Kiffi is finished, and she starts to roll these documents up and seal them with wax. And you can see that the documents are exchanged between both parties, and the announcement is made that hostilities have now been formally ceased between the nations of the Alliance, Bissel and her allies, and the Ket Empire and her ally.
Have we seen Arivistorex?
You did not see her. She is not here.
Okay.
Interesting, though. So
I think she should have been a signatory.
Well, she definitely brought a lot of pain and suffering to all sides, actually. At the beginning, but yeah, she is mysteriously missing. So something to think about. So yeah, Plenty comes around to the other side of the table and to face the crowd, and she says, "Thank you all so very much for attending this very important conference. We thank you again for your for the travel that you had to do to come here today. There is a planned victory celebration for Bissel and her allies. Of course, all parties are invited to stay. Even before she ends, you see that the Exalted Lady Saye stands. She looks. She's definitely out of place because she stood up before Plenty was able to finish. And
That's Adra.
And you see, with just a brief wave of her hands, she is gone.
Damn it! I knew it. Go ahead.
She is gone. And you see Ela just, because she didn't even see her stand up. She just goes, very, it's like, the whole room goes extremely quiet. And you're like, even you all are caught off guard by this. You're like, holy mackerel, what was that?
Immediately head over to True Light.
So, everybody is now standing. Everybody at the table is standing. The assembled congregation is standing, and everybody is just being really quiet. It was so abrupt and so strange. And so Plenty kind of, gathers herself real quickly and says, well, then I suppose that we are finished here. Please, make yourselves at home in the Great Hall. The festivities will start momentarily. We're not very sure what happened to the representative from Zyfe, but I'm sure she has her reasons. But you can automatically tell that this was not planned, and you can see that on the face of Ela Alzar, she is embarrassed. That was embarrassing to her. That she had that it was not something that she was ready for. So, all right.
So, guys, that was Adra.
We think. You think.
I think it was.
I think also.
I'm gonna go ask, or gonna go, because I'm assuming True Light and Elsa are standing next to each other.
Yeah. Everybody up at the table is now kind of like in the center, like right behind Pliny. And
well, they make one single target.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walk over there.
Fireball.
Yeah. No. I have another spell that would work just perfectly to help them.
So yeah, I'm waiting for the day when Yarn can cast Fireball like it's was it a Katusha rocket system? That's what I want to see. It's like, yeah, that's it. We're done.
No, I thought that was called Meteor Strike.
You're right. Yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to describe that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I walk over to the group and I address the Ela Elzar, Your Majesty, the lady that was with you. How well do you know her?
I only met her today. Why?
That was the sorceress Adra.
Are you sure? She didn't.
I'm within a hair's total absolute confidence.
What kind of hair?
Frog hair, as fine as frog hair, split 4 ways.
Yeah,
If that is accurate. You seem to believe Yarn. Then I guess the reason I'm thinking is that document now valid if it wasn't the correct representative, but also the fact that maybe Elsa and True Light and everybody else in here is actually in danger.
I absolutely agree that you're in danger.
Well, is Ela safe to go home?
No. Where was she when we found her? In the capital of Zyfe. She's been worming her way in there for years.
Well, where shall we place Lady Ela? I mean, she needs a place of safety.
My first thought was the armies of Zyfe, but that's probably not the best answer.
That's not safe.
Without
Grenna's uncle.
really trust the murderous bastard?
Absolutely, as long as I paid.
Yeah.
Murderous bastard baby thief.
Murderous bastard baby thief.
Pedophile.
Baby thief?
I'm waiting to hear bad titles. So
Perhaps she would be safe there, but
You always ask your girlfriend if she can stay with her.
I don't think that that's politically a good idea.
And we've always had good ideas.
what about perhaps she could stay here? And I look at Timothy.
Okay, so you were talking about the Empress of Ket, Ela Alzar? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought she was the Empress of Zyfe.
No.
Empress of Ket.
Yeah, she's the Empress of Ket.
And the one that, and the old lady that became a magic user real quick, she was from Zyfe.
Yeah, she was the ambassador from Zyfe.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That was Edra.
Perhaps
I
we
feel like-
I feel like I would want to believe you, but I don't know. I don't know. I thought there would be more
Somebody wants
to
to
it
watch
than
that
her just
again.
disappearing if it was Adra.
Think of it this way. That was a perfect example of reconnaissance. What spells did she cast while she was here? What did she do while she was here?
Can you do a detect magic?
What did she bring while she was here? I can do a detect magic, but it's going to detect everything in a certain radius. Where did she land? Did she walk from A to B? Did she drop anything?
These are all really
Did she
good
hand
questions.
anything off?
Personally, I think we should just move to another chamber. That's the first easy controlled environment.
That's true. I would suggest.
Right, you said that there was going to be like a festivities, like I imagine like a kind of a party.
It's more what you would consider a formal ball.
And it's being held right after this procedure.
It is supposed to take place right afterwards and go into the night.
Okay,
That's
so
a
I guess-
brilliant idea. Take Tomas Waverly into a formal ball.
How did the
But-
ambassador from Zyph
Is
get
the
here?
formal ball being held somewhere else? I guess is my question.
So, Yarn, you're not really too sure. She was already there when you guys arrived. So she had actually been here for some time.
So I start asking around because that's an important piece of information. Because if she came in on her own and did not use the portal that we have set here, then this portal is safe. If she used this portal, she knows it, and we're not safe.
What is
Can you tell I'm paranoid just a little bit?
This is my life.
uncle's name?
I'm sorry.
What is
obviously-
Grenna's uncle's name?
I'm sorry, Timble. I didn't quite hear you.
And
what is
fortunately, Ed is muted.
Grenna's uncle's name? I don't
Okay.
have my
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Bertram.
Okay. That's Vitram.
Vitram.
Vitram, that's right.
Vitram Harefoot. Thief extraordinaire. Mastermind. Evil bastard.
Bernie.
Whatever you want to call it.
Child thief.
Child thief. Yeah. Child kidnapper.
There we go.
Plenty.
Okay.
I want to
So-
talk to Plenty.
Okay. So yeah, you
We-
approach.
We've informed True Light of this of what we were talking about and our concerns. He's in charge. Let him figure it out.
Plenty.
Okay. So Plenty walks over to you. Yes.
Did you retain the services of and I'll say it quietly, Vitram Harefoot?
We haven't since the ceasing of hostilities. Why?
Because I think we need to retain him once more. We need to look for anything out of place, trap, dangerous, unlocked doors that shouldn't be locked except for through the castle and the grounds.
I'm sure.
I just think that we really need to scan it heavily and then get a pulse of what's the name of the Zyph woman? Adra.
Okay.
Adra is the sorceress. She's the Drow sorceress.
Yeah, I'd like to know Adra's what his people, because I'm sure he has some still around here in the castle, what they may have seen with her, where she
Okay.
went,
Yeah,
etc.
she'll have to see about getting a hold of to actually getting in contact with him to find out what his people inside know. But he is not present at this time. He did not show up. It wasn't like he really wasn't. I mean, he probably could have shown up and nobody would have cared, but
That's not his place to show up. I completely understand.
Yeah.
He
pref- mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell Lady Ilya and Raven, just give me a few. I'm sorry, I need to run out real quick to get something, and I will be right back.
Okay.
Lord Smith, can you watch these two ladies, please? Protect them. Felix, I would ask you also.
Most definitely.
So Timble, you leave.
Take a runner. I'm going to the little pub.
I think that's Madame Plum's.
Yep.
If I remember right. Yeah. So okay, you start making your way over to Madame Plum's. You see that often one of the corners, a band has started to be. They put their chairs down. Music is starting to be played. Chairs are being moved away. Other tables are brought in, and food is being placed upon them. You can see that the spirit of that was kind of dampened with the Exalted Lady's quick retreat has been turned into something a little bit more jovial. You see that there are people who are now milling around talking. You know that most of these, and some of these you've met or have seen at least before, a lot of these are nobles from Bissel. So you have a lot of nobles from Bissel. You have the nobles from the allied countries, and then of course you have Ela, who is kind of the odd duck. But you can see that she is not being treated as an odd duck, and has obviously taken the arm of the Margrave, who they are now dancing with others in the grand hall. So is there anything you all are doing? Are you participating? Are you on watch? Or are you doing something else?
At the break, the next interlude from the orchestra,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Ambassador Tomas is going to step up and say, "Lords and ladies, allow me to present." And I take out one of the cubes.
Yeah, but I think we got about 40 minutes before that happens. I'm doing detect magic.
Okay.
My
I'm
cube
trying to
glows.
find out. What?
Everything glows here. They're all rich, man. They all got.
I know. I realize I'm going to get a lot of crap. However, I'm looking specifically at the area where she was sitting.
Okay. Okay. So as you're scanning and you're detecting and you're pulling out, the thing that you're pulling out, because you can also detect the skull, I believe, if that's true. What you do notice is that there is a faint necromantic magic, shadow magic is present.
That's Adra.
You also see that the same shadow magic also appears around Kelex and Raven.
Yeah, that fits.
But you expected that. You kind of knew that was there.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go over to Raven and my lady.
Master Mage, how may I help you?
I find myself in need of information.
I hope I can provide it.
It has to do with your school or related schools.
Mm-hmm. Why are you thinking? Are you thinking of switching teams?
No, I enjoy fire too much. Yeah, fire and death work really well together. However, the resultant undead is just generally not too usable.
Yes. Yeah. Trust me. Your exploits have reached the ears of many. You've started many fires.
You set a few fires. Hey, show a man how to start a fire. He's warm for a day. Set a man on fire, and he's warm for the rest of his life.
She actually chuckles at that. Says, okay. So how can I help you?
We have I'm going to say a problem.
Okay.
The shadow. I don't know what she is. She may be a warlock. She may be a sorceress. She may be a wizard. But she uses shadow magic.
Yes. So you're talking of Adra.
Yes.
Yes. Shadow is probably, from what I gather, is her the feather in her cap, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, she was here today.
I had a feeling that there was some sort of presence, but I could not put my finger upon it. Of course, I was not as close as you all were to the stage.
That, and I was using Arcane Eye as well. So
yes.
That kind of helps. But is there anything you can tell me that would assist in determining whether she left any sort of tether to where she can get back here quickly, or B, is susceptible to anything in particular?
Shadow magic is particularly tied to others of its kind. If there were other shadow practitioners or those affected by shadow magic, that could be used as a tether. I know that Kelex is, of course, afflicted by this, but I believe that the Exalted Lady was here before he arrived, so there is obviously another point of shadow magic within the castle. I do not know its location. I cannot detect it, but I have a feeling that that is probably the way. But now that she definitely has a link, a shadowed link to Kelex, she could appear at any time within his, probably well within just a few feet of him at will.
Oh, boy. Is there a way to take the shadow off of Kelex that you are aware of?
I think the only way would be able to, if there's a way to finally drive the demon or the shadow demon that is living inside of him away. It's very, very difficult to do so. I know that you had tried that in the Temple of Heironious, they tried, and unfortunately he was unable to rid it at that time. But another way is to actually defeat its originator. That may prove extremely dangerous. I do not know of anyone who has... I don't know of anyone who actually has the power other than the gods themselves to rid someone of a shadow demon. But you may want to ask yourself, Kelex is quite devout. He is favored amongst the followers of Heironious. And I would feel that Heironious would want that Kelex would be free of something so dark and dangerous. But I also have to kind of wonder, maybe this is a part of Heironious' plan, that tether remains, that maybe there is something grander, a scheme that we as mortals can't comprehend or understand.
Excellent. Thank you for your help, lady. I appreciate it.
Of course. She says, but don't run away too soon. We should dance. And so she allows you to lead as you start to cut the rug on the floor there, and you spend a little.
Is that a survival check? Is that a survival check?
Or performance.
It would be a performance check, but you get but you get advantage because it seems as though she is pretty well versed in dance, and so she is able to help.
Okay.
So performance with advantage.
And while he's doing that,
damn, that's nice.
He's having a great dance, because what would be the music that's playing as I interrupted to display my new cube while he's out there dancing?
No. We're dancing to all you zombies.
No.
Doing
So,
Thriller.
While they're over there having their conversation,
Mm-hmm.
that's when Lord Tomas goes up and makes his presentation and places one of the cubes there to play and perform. So their first dance together will be to a Bardus Virtualis original.
Cone of silence.
Cone of silence. Oh, God. Okay. So, Timble, you finally make it to Madame Plum's, and as you enter, you see the bartender once again look up. He doesn't. He just kind of acknowledges you, but you seem to him. He picks up that you're on a mission. That you're not here to just merely drink and eat some of the fine victuals at Madame Plum's. So as you go back into that back hallway into the door, you rap upon it in just a few moments. The human gentleman that you've seen several times before as you've been here opens the door, and he says, welcome back, Sir Timble. We've been expecting you.
Oh, have you now? Please, take me on to Vitram.
Okay. So once again, he sweeps you through. The door shuts behind you. There's a few moments, and then he opens the other door. And again, you walk into this very grand room that has a few tables. You don't see as many people here as before. The last time you were here, of course, they were doing just sabotage operations, things of that nature. So you see that things have sort of calmed down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there are, of course, still some of the scantily clad females that are sort of just walking around. It's very Playboy Mansion for the most part. But you see, you see Vitram is sitting in on his throne chair, and he looks up and he says, look who it is. It is our good friend Timble. I heard you lost your job.
Oh, no, I threw it away.
Good. It didn't suit you, really.
I really didn't care for it. But again, you act the part, and sometimes it's hard to release some of that responsibility.
So I guess you
we
were
got
here.
problems.
Oh, you have problems. Oh, I thought you were here looking for a job. Okay.
No, I'm here looking to get you and your men a job.
Okay. Okay, I will bite. But of course, I was also hoping that you were going to be dropping by. But we can discuss that later. Okay, so what is it that you need from Vitram Harefoot?
I take a moment to reply because I'm interested in what he wants. But okay. I came here with a different mission, and I'm going to do that. You remember that Zeif bitch Adra?
Yes, I recall.
She was in the castle today.
She was right here under your noses the entire time. Oh my
she came
God!
in. Yeah, for the signing.
Did she come alone?
That is a very, very good question.
She is brave. I would be quite surprised that someone, unless
she's quite certain of herself and her powers.
She obviously is, because that was very, very brave of someone to waltz in the middle of an event like that. Especially knowing some of the people that are sitting there. I mean, we had the guest list. I mean, you have some heavy hitters on that guest list.
Yeah, and some of those individuals are a bit complacent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure some of them definitely are. But I mean, you have. Okay. No, but go on.
Well, I have grave concern that I think we need to sweep the castle, the grounds.
Okay.
And I do mean you, because you and your men are the only ones who can ferret this stuff out. It's our job. It's what we do. But I can only go so far. There's only so much of me to go around. I would like my friends here at Madame Plum's to get a little more wealthy, but certainly get into possibly the fight again. Because the war, quote, has ended, but I don't think so fully with Adra around.
Yeah, it seems as though the way that the war was finished, your enemies in Zeif are not happy about the outcome. Unlike the Ket, which it seems as though they were ready to throw in the towel. Zeif is not so, and also being that they do have some ties to the Drow, that is very concerning for me as well.
I think it's concerning for everyone.
Yes,
but
of course,
most of them just don't want to look at it. They'd rather look away and hope someone else takes care of it.
Okay, so we'll sweep the castle. And I will report to you what we find. When do you want
Wonderful.
When do you want this done?
Yesterday.
Post haste. Of course.
I didn't think you need to ask. I mean, I left all the festivities and I'm stuck in this damn robe.
Well, it does become you. It's really nice.
Don't play that game with me, sir. We need to sweep that post haste, and I would also like any of your agents that were in the castle and in the area. Yes, we know you got to have some still.
Of course.
What did they see? It seemed that Adra was in the castle before we came. She may have come in another way. Kind of need to put things together and see where she went in her that little bit of time that she was here. And did she leave something interesting behind, someone interesting behind, or open some doors that we don't want anything coming through?
Of course. I will ask my men what they saw. I know that we were definitely keeping an eye on both the Exalted Lady as well as the new Empress of Ket. But I will find out more information. Can I?
Yeah.
Reach out to you this evening?
Please. And the new Empress of Ket is here.
Yes.
With us. So
yes.
We're trying to keep her safe as well. There seemed a good bit of animosity, I think. You know what? When I get rid of all of this stuff holding me back, you and I are going to have a talk, my friend.
I would hope so. I think I think that there is some things that we can benefit from each other's company.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But let's work on this, and then we'll put everything together.
Okay.
I've already told Plenty that we need your services again, so that should open up any vault that is needed.
Yeah, it seems as though that Plenty has been extremely helpful to me since the ceasing of combat.
Yeah, she's not ignorant.
No, she definitely knows how to play the game. This is good for me. It's also good for them. So,
yeah.
All right. I will see you this evening then.
Roger that, my good friend. Yeah, I best get.
Before you leave, though, I have something for you. And he reaches back behind his and he pulls out a flask of that fine drink that he had given you before, and he says, "A little something for the road, my friend."
Oh, I will tuck that in the robes, and I don't know that I'm going to share.
Said, "Well, that is totally up to you."
All right, Vitram. I will see you tonight.
Yes.
Best of luck. Good hunting.
Yes. Okay, so you.
I'm back to the.
Yeah, you're heading back to the castle. Okay, cool.
And I'm watching behind myself, so I'm not just running.
Watching your six, head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so finally, the rest of you are either eating or watching what's going on.
Kelex is on edge.
Kelex is not. Yeah, Kelex is probably. How are you handling this, Kelex?
Yeah, definitely a little on edge, especially if the presumption that that was Adra is definitely true. So he's. Is there like I know this is a ball, but I'm sure they have like security guards, right? They have normal guards and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look at Major Babbleboots and ask her to go talk to the guards to make sure they are on guard and alert, and to report anything suspicious to her.
Okay.
And he's going to be wandering around. He's going to be watching everything. Wandering around, keeping an eye open.
Okay.
Grenna, you gonna go sort out your guards?
Okay. So yeah,
heads.
Yeah. So
Grenna, you never know. One of those lucky bastards might roll a natural 20.
Yeah. So
his sensing that his bro Kelex is not okay, so he's hanging with Kelex.
Okay.
Not saying a lot, but just kind of shadowing him.
Okay. So yeah, Grenna, you spend probably about a good 20 minutes talking with the guards, making sure that they are up to speed, knowing exactly what to expect, and have their ears to the ground and their eyes wide open. So you take that time to fix that. Tomas, you find a break in the orchestra music and you present your box, which you set, I guess you're going to set on that table that was where all the signing was going on.
Of course.
Okay, and so you place this thing down, and again, it really is interesting that the way that these boxes are constructed, because the magic that is used, it actually will fill the hall with music. It takes the space and it utilizes all of its acoustics, which is really neat, because even in a small space like a tavern, like the Broken Bow, it was perfect. It wasn't like you had to adjust a volume or anything. It was able to detect the space and fill it with music. Of course, people are mesmerized by this contraption. So much so that the leader from the yeomanry once again walks over to you and says, Lord Tomas, where did you find this wonderful item?
I invented it. And I give him the name of our men that were creating it, and say, have my wife reach out to them. They should have more.
This thing is amazing. But I have a question for you.
No, copyright law has not been invented in Greyhawk yet, so.
Right, of course. But the one thing that I was a little puzzled about was that it has 6, it is, I guess that it has different songs on each side, which is very impressive. And you're coming out with more of them with different songs, I suppose?
Correct.
Interesting.
If you flip it up on what would be the 1 side, then it projects an image that says Bardus Virtualis, right? On the 6 side, that's when you flip that up, it plays the song, what I think is the best song in the album, and the rest of them go up incrementally.
Interesting. This is very exciting. Very interesting. And he says, well, I'm sure that we will see these in taverns probably all over the Flanness before the end of it all.
We will. And by the way, please make sure this is provided to also my wife, to make sure that funds, and then this is where I hand over the scribed document that I sent you. There's 3 versions. Go to the last one. I was struggling with locations for a minute.
Okay, that's cool. Alrighty. So, yeah, is anyone else doing anything? Well, I mean, I know that Timble returns. Yarn is actually kind of you're in the party. You're kind of enjoying yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Grenna is ever watchful with her peeps. Kelex is probably, for the better word of it, brooding somewhere. I don't know. But yeah,
The brooding paladin.
yeah. But even
Yeah, if I catch a guard, he's not paying too much attention, or he looks like he's about to get a drink.
slap him around.
Yeah, going to get a little reprimand.
Okay.
I'm irritable. I'm tired.
One of the original reasons of putting this out action. So while everybody's mesmerized by this, while the people are working behind the scenes, maybe they'll see somebody actually doing espionage kind of things versus like, oh shit, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think this is probably a fine enough place to stop for the evening, because it is 9:52. So
I have the proclamation, Brian, that you have to read.
Oh, okay. Is it in
I chatted
Discord?
it to you. Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, so folks who are watching at home, we're going to mess up my cameras for just a couple of minutes.
Oh, awesome. That's even
Yay. So, yeah, this is great. I love how it... Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love the only fit. Only
yes! OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the OnlyFans logo, at least the words OnlyFans up there, man. That'd be.
Oh gosh.
I won't fit.
Quest for shit. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so the proclamation of gratitude and benevolence by the hand of the seal of Lord Ambassador Thomas Waverly, envoy of the domain of Greyhawk, knight errant of the Circle diplomatic, and defender of the treaties of Hardby. Let it be known to all lords and commons, freeholders and subjects, scribes, chroniclers, and keepers of record, that I, Thomas Waverly, by station and by oath, Lord Ambassador of the domain of Greyhawk, do hereby issue the proclamation in solemn gratitude and enduring friendship to those brave and worthy companions who stood beside me during our ventures through the fetid wilds and mystic hazards of the Rushmores. In recognition of their courage, wisdom, myth, and loyal presence, I do solemnly vow that 1% of all earnings, treasures, bounties, and compensations acquired as a result of those Rushmore exploits shall be donated in equal measure to endeavors chosen by the following named and esteemed allies. Grenna Babbleboots of the Fae, whose laughter disarms and whose magic dazzles, bringing light to the darkest fen. His lordship Kelex Zelenen, noble of bearing and iron of will, whose command steadied us when chaos reigned. His eminence Kiffi Blackhammer, divine wrath in dwarven form, whose shield bore both burden and blessing. Master artist Timble Snivenblaven, whose craft captured the soul of our story more keenly than any blade. Yarn, wizard of minimal yet earnest skill. Oh God. whose arcane efforts, however modest, oh my God, never wavered in purpose or heart. Let this be inscribed into the records of the ambassadorial hall and signed copy delivered to each named herein or their rightful heirs as both token of my appreciation and bond of my honor. By my word and seal on this 5th day of Richfest in the year 591 of the common year, within the chambers of Accord, free city of Greyhawk. Signed in good faith, Lord Ambassador Thomas Waverly.
Actually, it was signed late. You read the top version, the bottom version.
Oh.
So that's okay.
I'm sorry.
But I'm dividing the money because somebody cried, Yarn. And
Incorrect, sir.
Somebody cried. Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's good. Alrighty. So did you guys have a good time?
by independently wealthy, how wealthy do I perceive that when he told me that?
Okay, so you're not really too sure of numbers wise, but obviously if you had got the ear and eye of the freeholder, obviously you have probably some substantial wealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sets people up to upgrade their weapons.
Yes.
Upgrade their spells component. I'm trying to give everybody now so Brian doesn't have to bookkeep that bullshit. So
yeah, thanks. That's nice. Okay. So let's try to shoot for hopefully next week. I don't know what you guys have planned. I know that we are eventually camping. Oh, you guys are camping next week? Okay.
I am camping, and I don't know how the internet will be. I will let you know when I get down there if I can be.
Oh, is this kind of a repeat of like years past?
Summer camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, but different place.
Different week, actually. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we'll let you know on Monday.
Okay, cool.
Where are you going, Grenna?
We are going to. Hold on, let me find the name.
North of Panama City in Florida.
Nice.
I am taking my scout troop camping in Florida because I'm an idiot.
It could be worse. It could be August.
Oh
I
God.
don't know. This thing is going to be in the 80s and 90s and rainy every day. Vanished Trail, Scout Reservation, and Funky Springs?
Defuniac.
Yeah, Defuniac, yeah.
Close enough.
The funky springs.
It's the funky cold Medina.
We've been doing an SCA event there.
We're going to be feeling the funk. Woo! You better shower before they get in the car. They're going to walk.
I like it. Okay, that's cool. Alrighty, yeah. So we'll try to do something next week. I know that we have a DiGiorno pizza thing that we have to definitely do with Tomas, with Ed.
It's Dungeons and DiGiorno. So you can get the DiGiorno event correct. We're bringing D&D back, Dungeons and DiGiorno, and
Nice.
And it's actually set in the same time period in the same world we're in right now.
That's good.
So their actions might fuck up our actions.
Well, we can only hope so, right?
Right.
Well,
Help or hinder, right?
Help or hinder, yes.
So we're on the other side of the world, near this big tree.
Well,
Okay.
you never know.
Works for me.
Someone so
Brian, yes, I had fun.
Okay, good. I'm glad everybody.
I got
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Brian, I had fun. I would have better fun but it was out of your hands. Seems to be out of mine at this point.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That
Yeah,
sucks.
nothing you could do. I'll just have to play with it for the next week and hope by next time it'll be set.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so too. That'll be good. Alrighty, but thank you guys very much for showing up and playing this evening. I know it had been some time since we had a chance to do so.
3 weeks.
Yeah, it was almost a month. Actually, it was probably closer to almost a month. And but that's okay. That's okay. At least we did get a chance to sit down and play, and we are getting closer and closer to
Independence Day.
Yeah, won't be long. But I mean, the light is I hate to say it, but the light is at the end of the tunnel. You can see it. It's faint, but it's there. It's you guys will be surprised, probably.
We already won.
It's the mushrooms who did it.
It's the mushrooms.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Wait till the mushrooms, man. I'm telling you, I'm a little upset with DiGiorno because they don't do a mushroom pizza, for the record.
Hey,
Oh.
Brian, you need to make a list of all the ways we have derailed everything.
Oh, I've already been thinking about that because because the way things were done in the original party are so different from the way you guys did everything. Everything changed. There were definitely encounters and situations that the others did not face. I one day I'd like to sit down and probably just go over all the changes, the weird things that happened, but that'll be down the road somewhere. That'll be kind of fun.
I guarantee the other party didn't have a monorail.
No, they did not have a monorail. As a matter of fact, I think it would be really funny if I could get the original Melda to come on with us, and that she could also meet you guys. Yeah, her name. Yeah, her name is Cheryl. Cheryl is an excellent player, and she really played Melda really well. But I think that would be funny. But no, thanks again, guys. For folks watching at home, thank you all very much for stopping by this evening. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. All you have to do, I checked this out the other day, go to google.com, just type in The Mystic Syndicate in the search bar. It's all us. It's just us. Nobody else. Screw the rest of them. It's just us.
For the record, Brian,
We're the bomb.
I did tell you this, but I own the domain name The Mystic Syndicate. So when you're ready to put something up there for that,
okay.
So you'll own it now. I mean, you are the market brand now.
Yeah, but yeah, we're actually we're awesome now. So I guess
Even better.
Yeah. So there we are. So y'all have a good night, and I will hopefully see you guys next week. If not, then I will check you when we all get back together. Hopefully soon. Alrighty.
Good night, all.